to another episode of Fellas Fridays. This is Fellas Fridays, episode 13, titled, Would You Date You? Let's get into it. Fellas, today, we're asking a question that most men don't want to answer. Not because they can't, but because they already know the truth. Would you date you? Not your potential, not your deep down, and not your excuses. I'm talking about the man you are right now. Would you date you? If you talk the way you talk? If you moved how you move? If you showed up like you do? If the answer is no, good. Because now we can work. Every man's got a dream girl, right? Slim thick, fat ass, loyal, peaceful, high value. But what most men don't realize is your dream girl doesn't even see you. And why is that? Because you're not what you're asking for. You want a feminine woman, but you can't lead. You want a fit woman, but you're out of breath walking up a flight of stairs. You want loyalty, but your habits scream inconsistency. You want a dime piece, but you're moving like loose change. You cannot demand a queen while living like a peasant. And if you want to know why your dating life is where it is, just take a look in the mirror. The mirror doesn't lie. The mirror doesn't cap. The mirror doesn't care how good your intentions are. It only reflects your discipline, your effort, and your reality. I mean, if you were a girl, would you date a man who's inconsistent, who's broke, who's addicted to pleasure, who never finishes what he starts? Because that might be you. Fellas, let's stop blaming women for our standards being low. Let's stop saying all these women are trash when really you're just attracting who you qualify for. You're mad because you keep ending up with low effort women, but you're still living a low effort life. You want a high value woman, but you don't put in high value effort. That's not her fault. That's your filter. Fix your lifestyle. And then maybe your love life will catch up. You attract what you tolerate. If you keep dealing with headaches, maybe it's your medicine that's off. Let's stop pretending like it doesn't matter. You want her to be fine, soft, feminine, in shape, but you haven't seen your abs or your dick since high school. Your breath's heavy tying your shoes. Your meals are DoorDash and disappointment. This isn't body shaming. It's standard setting. A disciplined body is a reflection of a disciplined man. And women feel and see that. Because it's not about being ripped. You don't have to be looking like Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace. It's about being reliable. If you cannot control what you put in your mouth, how the fuck are you going to lead a household? And you don't need to be rich, but you need to be stable. A woman doesn't want a man who can't cover rent, can't afford to take them out to dinner, and can't afford to cover himself emotionally or financially. For women, stability equals security. And that's what she's really looking for. So if your wallet's always stressed, your mind will be too. You want her to feel safe with you? Then get your bag in order. You're not broke because the system's against you. You're broke because your structure is. You want her to build with you, but you haven't even started the blueprint. here's one that nobody talks about. You think she left you for another guy, but in actuality, she left you for your own emotional chaos. She was tired of being your therapist. She was tired of fixing your moods. Tired of feeling like she had to parent a grown-ass man. A woman will only submit to strength, not emotional instability. If you're hot and cold, reactive, always in your feelings, you're not ready for peace. You wouldn't date you, and neither will she. Being a man doesn't automatically make you valuable. That's the lie some of you live by. You're not owed loyalty, you're not owed respect, and you're not owed submission. Those things are earned. Earned through consistency, through leadership, through clarity, and through being the kind of man who brings structure, not confusion. If you want a high-value woman to choose you, you need to become a man that she can respect, not just desire. So what we're going to do now is we're going to raise the bar. Would you date you on your worst day? When the pressure hits? When money gets tight? When everything feels uncertain? You think she'd feel safe in your presence? You think she would trust your leadership? Now be honest, because if the answer is no, then you already know what you need to work on. Every man can be attractive when life is easy. The real test is who you are when it's not. The storm doesn't build you. It exposes you. Would she still follow you when things fall apart? Forget about the one-night stand. Forget the Instagram DM. Forget about the first date. Think about it. Would you marry you? Would you trust you to lead a family? To protect your family's name? To stay consistent for the long haul? Because in all honesty, that's the man every woman is looking for. All the good women. She doesn't want a project. She wants a plan. And if you still move like a boy, why would she ever treat you like a man? Let's lay it out clearly. If you're trying to become the type of man that a high-value woman will respect, support, and follow, these are the 7 traits you better start building. Discipline. Can you control your urges? Clarity. Do you even know what you're building? Consistency. Do you show up daily? Confidence. Emotional control. Provision. Direction. If you date someone with those traits, then you better start becoming that person. She doesn't need a millionaire. She needs a man with millionaire habits. Fellas, every week we talk about building better relationships, but this one right here is different because you cannot attract quality until you actually become it. If you want peace, create peace in your routine. You want loyalty? Then you better become consistent with your own word. If you want softness, show her your structure. You want her to be selective? Then stop being available to everything with a pretty face and a weak heart. This episode isn't about women. It's about you. You're either the kind of man you would trust your daughter to, or you're not. You're either the kind of man you would follow into battle, or you're not. You're either the kind of man you would date if you were a woman, or you're still under construction. Fellas, it's time to start building. Thank you for tuning in. This was Fellas Fridays, episode 13. Would you date you? Fellas, if this hit home, I want to see you drop "I date me" in the comments. And tag a brother right now who keeps pointing fingers but won't fix his own reflection. And make sure you head on over to my profile, hit subscribe, support the Scoot Gang, and make sure you tune in each and every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to Fellas Fridays every single week. And once you subscribe, you can replay this episode when your standards start to slip. Scoot Gang, stand up. Scooty!